list of things to do around the house before I leave, and usually a day of to-do list that has time estimates. Starting my doctoral program, I read through the syllabus and the manual multiple times, marked all my due dates on the calendar, and prepared a reasonable reading schedule and writing schedule. I suppose I got it from my dad, who spent nearly 20 years in the Navy. When we were doing renovations on the family home, we would sit down and plan for every inevitability before we ever picked up a tool. I'm slowly learning to give space for spontaneity, but it's been a long process. Planning is important. And while I'm sure there are people who are fly by the seat of their pants kind of people, that only works in so many situations. We plan in our congregations as well. Every year, finance committees and boards work with committees to plan for the next year to know what the budget will need to look like. Program or worship teams plan for the Sunday services and try to plan far enough out to be prepared. Education committees plan what educational opportunities to offer for each year for both adults and children. Our social justice and environment committees plan what actions they're going to invite us to take for the year. Hospitality teams plan on who is bringing what for coffee hour. And every committee plans what they're going to do for the year. The last 2 years, we've all had reopening task forces who plan for when and if it's safe to reopen and what the new protocols will look like. So having plans are good. But what's important to do before you plan is to have a focus. Why are you doing what you're doing? As a congregation, you look to the mission and the vision for what you plan to do. Every single thing you do should fit into that. Why are you here? Why do you exist? What drives you? Before you can really have the conversations on a big picture scale, the whole congregation, you need to know what drives each of you. Why are you individually here to be part of this collective? You each bring something to the table, so it's important to know what that is. At the start of a new year, many people decide on a focus word for the year, and I've done this for many years. Words I've used in the past are balance, growth, attention, stretch. In 2020, I had 3 words that built on one another. My words for that year were explore, listen, and trust. So we were talking about words for the year. And in 2020, my words were explore, listen, and trust. And I'll freely admit, I did not specifically choose a word for 2021, but if I had, it would have been simply survive. This year, my words are love, justice, curiosity, and passion. On the website Fast Company, an article by Lisa Evans says, certified life coach Megan Day guides her clients through selecting the one word that will motivate them through the coming year. The word you choose becomes a guidepost. It serves as a guide for your actions, your thoughts, your goals, she says. And this seems like a lot of pressure to place on one little word. Day says the word itself is not what is so powerful, but the time that you take to choose it. Through the process of selecting a word, you come face to face with your values and identify the things that will help you move forward to where you want to be. The word that you select is not only forward thinking, it also helps reflect upon the year that has passed and learn from your mistakes and things that didn't go well, says Day. When selecting your word, ask yourself what went well in the previous year and what didn't go as well as you would have liked. Reflect upon any personal growth you've had over the year. Who did you used to be and who are you now? Reviewing your year can help you to highlight the things that are missing in your current life. Oftentimes, the words that we are drawn to are the words that we intuitively know we lack, says Day. Claiming that word helps us take ownership of these shortcomings and come up with an antidote for overcoming them, almost like taking on an alter ego. The word or words remind you of where you want to go, what you want to do, and who you want to be. They're often aspirational, and they can have many different meanings. As I said, my words always connect to one another through the meanings I derive from them. You could have the same words as me, but have them mean different things for you. And that's okay, and actually pretty cool when you think about it. Perhaps you already have a word for this year. Perhaps you've never heard of this concept before, and maybe some of you might think this is all a little silly. Well, I hope that you'll indulge me for a bit. You see, we're about to do a meditation to help you find your word. Now, like I said, you may have already chosen a word or had it choose you, but I invite you to participate anyway. Maybe you'll find another word to go with the one you already have. Perhaps you'll get confirmation that yes, that's your word. Now, when I've done this exercise with other congregations in the before times, we passed out rocks or pieces of paper and pens to write our words on. And since we're virtual today, it is much easier for you all to write your words down, because I'm sure somewhere near you is a piece of paper and a pen, and you can get that ready now, or you can jot it down on your computer where you can see it every day, or you can jot it down on your phone. If you don't have pen or paper nearby, I encourage you to be prepared to concentrate to remember your word. So let us begin. I invite you to take a deep breath and settle into your seat. And if you're comfortable and willing, close your eyes. I'm going to describe a journey for you, and you can imagine it however you wish. If at any point you're uncomfortable, I invite you to come back to this space, but ask that you remain quiet and muted to be mindful of the others. Take a deep breath, and before you, I invite you to see a hallway. Down this hallway are many open doors. As you journey down this hallway, you notice that in each room is some distracting thought, nothing major. It could be what you want to do for lunch today, or a reminder tickling your brain that you have an appointment tomorrow. As you journey down this hallway, I invite you to simply close the doors to these rooms. You're not locking them. The doors will open again once we're done here. But for now, I invite you to just quietly close the doors as you journey down the hallway. As you reach the end of the hallway, you see a doorway that opens to a set of spiral stairs. Now, if stairs aren't your thing, this is a ramp that slowly winds down to another floor. Either way, I'd like for you now to visualize yourself moving down these steps or ramp as I count down. On each number, you will descend a bit more and find yourself becoming more relaxed. Recognize that the little distracting thoughts are now behind closed doors, and you're able to focus on the time that you're spending right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, becoming more relaxed. 5, 6, 7, 8, taking a deep breath as you relax more. 9, 10. Take another deep breath with me. Before you is another hallway, much like the one above. Only this time behind these doors are some of your bigger concerns and thoughts. And again, as you pass them, I invite you to gently close the doors for now. We're not locking doors, and you'll be able to access them again later if you wish. We're simply keeping them from bothering you right now. And as you reach the end of the hallway, there will be another set of stairs or a ramp. Let us take another deep breath and descend, becoming more relaxed as we do. And recognize that you've closed the doors on the concerns you're struggling with so that you can focus on this time and your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is another hallway before you. In this hallway, behind the doors, you'll find memories from this past year that might be bubbling up right now. Some may be positive, some may be negative, and some may be neutral. As you journey down this hallway, I invite you again to shut the doors as you pass them. However, in this hallway, if you want, you can lock doors that you wish to lock. I leave that up to you, remembering that you always hold the keys to these locks. If a particular memory is relevant for your planning for this next year, I invite you to note it and close the door for now. Another set of stairs or ramp are before you. And let us take another deep breath, recognizing that we've closed the doors on the things in this hallway. On each number, you find yourself becoming more and more relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This hallway before you holds your fears. These doors have locks, if you wish, and you can journey down the hallway and close these doors. These can be tangible fears around money or health, or they can be fears of the unknown and uncertainty. For right now, let us close these doors so that we are not spurned on by fear. At the end of the hallway, it's another set of stairs or a ramp. Let us take another deep breath, knowing that our fears are behind us and cannot affect us right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This hallway before you holds your deepest dreams and desires, the things you really want to accomplish, whether in this upcoming year or later down the road, things you aren't sure you can make happen, and those that you're certain you can. As you journey down this hallway, I invite you to peek in each doorway and make a mental note of what's in there. If you want to help you focus, you can close these doors as well, or you can leave them wide open, as we want to take this energy with us. At the end of this hallway is another set of stairs or a ramp. And let us take another deep breath and prepare to go deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At the bottom, you find one doorway. And as you open this door, you find yourself in a place where you feel safe and relaxed. This could be a room, a house, a building, an area outside under the trees or near the ocean or near a babbling brook. Each of you will see something different. What's important is that you will be in a place where you feel safe and relaxed. I invite you to sense everything about the space, the sights, the smells, the sounds, the textures, even if there's anything you can taste. And I'm in this space. I invite you to find a comfortable place to sit and rest. In this space, the only things that can enter and interact with you are things that wish you joy and happiness and are things that you invite. And as you sit and get comfortable, I want you to think about your year ahead. I want you to focus on what you might need in this coming year. If you're comfortable and you desire it, I invite you to open yourself up to wisdom brought to you by another being or person, alive or dead, or a guide. And if that's not something that works for you, you can envision that the information you need will appear or simply enter your mind. In this space, it is what works best for you. Now, as you focus on the year ahead and what you might need, a word or two may come forward in some way. If it does, hold on to that. And if you want to go deeper on it, you can do so now. If you've been visited by anyone or anything I invite you to thank them for their presence and assistance. If you found the information you need from some other source, I invite you to offer thanks for the information. Know that this space is yours to enter whenever you want or need. It is your space alone. I invite you now to come back out the door you entered. Now, we are not going to climb 5 flights of stairs or ramps that we took down. Instead, if you look to your right, I invite you to see an elevator lift. This can look like a sleek, modern elevator or an elevator with ornate ironwork gates, whatever works for you. I invite you now to enter the elevator and allow the doors to close behind you. On the wall of the elevator, there is a number panel, and I invite you to watch the numbers change as we come back to this space. 5, 4, 3, becoming more aware of the room around you. 2, more awake. 1, fully awake and aware and back in this room. I invite you to open your eyes when you're ready. And I invite you, if you received a word, to write down the words you received for your year ahead. If you're unable to do that at this time, hold on to your word and write it down as soon as you can. And if you don't have one yet, give it some time. Go back to that space in your mind if you need to meditate on it a bit more. Now, you have a bit of homework. Like I said, when I've done this exercise in the before times, we wrote the words down on rocks or papers or something that we would see each day. And so I invite you later to get a little crafty. Find a cool rock or a neat piece of paper or something that you can write your word on. Then, and here's the trick, put it somewhere you'll see it every day. Perhaps a home altar, perhaps a place on your kitchen or dining room table, perhaps on your nightstand or your bathroom counter. Perhaps it's simply tacked onto your computer monitor. Somewhere that you will see your word every day and can allow that to lead you through the year. Perhaps at some point in the year, you'll find that your word has changed, and that's possible and entirely okay. I encourage you to find a new word and do the same thing. Put it somewhere you can see it every day. You can also feel free to share your words with each other. Perhaps you'll find someone who has the same or similar word, and you can work together as accountability partners for each other. May these words you've discovered guide your path in this year ahead. May these words give you hope, give you strength, and give you joy. And may these words be part of your plan for 2022. May it be so. Amen, and blessed be.